Hello YouTube, welcome to Exoria. This is a mod pack, and I got to play it a little bit last night when I first set up my recording. I was testing volume levels and things like that. It turns out that the mic was way too low in comparison to the music, so I took that a bit, and I was just trying to start some games in here, and it wasn't loading portals. So I think I might know what the problem was. So there's a mod in here that says that you have to update your version of Java, and so I did, and I'm thinking that's what is causing the problem. So I turned that off. It's using the Minecraft version of Java again. I'm gonna allow cheats on here. We'll just let it do a random seed on here, but let's see if it loads the portals this time, because it was coming up with no portal at all. And I tried recreating the world that I had tested out yesterday, and even that recreated world did not create the portal. And that's why I think the only thing that I changed in between last night and this recording today on the mod pack itself was just specifying which version of Java to use when I was loading the game. I downloaded the most recent version and told it to do that one. So I went back to the self-contained Minecraft one. Let's see if this works. And if it does, then I'll just continue on here. I only have about half an hour at most tonight, but this will dip our toes into it, assuming that it loads like it's supposed to. So, but as you can see here, it does have that warning that it crashes the engineer's manual, this version of Java. So we will see if this is what caused it or not. So it does say there are rare cases where no portal spawns at world creation, but yeah, now it's back here. So it wasn't giving me any of this, and now it does. So it looks like you do need to make sure you're using the right version of Java. If you update your Java, it's not going to work. So the first thing we're going to do, let's mark this so that we have our home portal. And now let's look at our quest log. So go in here. This is just a really quick thing that's when they do updates, you can claim your quests apparently. So I'm just going to mark this as done. And then let's get into the meat of it. So, exiled. And I'll just go ahead and read this and we'll go from there. I can't believe I lost my case. Must have gotten a divorce. Now I'm here on the unknown exile planet. I don't think I deserve that. I have to find my way back home somehow. At least they are obligated to help me so that I know I don't die here. If they know I'm willing to work for my survival, they are willing to trade. I guess that's why that portal is here. Still, I have no idea what I will expect here on the planet. They gave me one piece of advice though. A lot is different there. If you want to survive, make sure you investigate carefully and adapt. Not sure yet what they mean with that, but I probably should follow that advice. So mark this, tell it to submit that, and then this is going to open these branches here. So we'll just go to gathering while it's day. I see there are several bones and stone piles laying around. Maybe something useful can be found from them. I wonder who or what died here to leave those bones behind. Let's wander around a bit while it's still day and gather some materials that might prove useful. And what we'll need is flint, bone, rock, unlit torch, and rotten flesh. So let's go ahead and get to that right now. So as you can see, the terrain here is a lot of lava. There's also some green pools. You can just see one over there. That's the wrong button here. I'll have to check my button mappings here, but the green pools over in here are acid water, I believe. And there's some rocks over here, so let's just go ahead and grab these bones and use the pickaxe here. Just capture our materials. And this is how we do collection here, because there is no real ore to speak of. These are just ash blocks. And if you dig in a little bit, there's some basalt as well, which we'll be getting some of that here once this particular quest is done. But I actually think that's pretty clever mechanics involved here. If you're used to vanilla, this is almost a completely different game. Like, it's so radically different that, oh, we got some water there. So that's good to know. I am going to need to probably terraform a little bit here to make this whole area a bit safer. And we're going to try to dig a base. Running on these ash blocks, incidentally, is a little bit slow. So one of the things I'm going to be looking for is probably when we get the materials to add like pathways and stuff like that. And go down here. So for now, we'll just continue to gather supplies. One of my goals with this walkthrough is I am going to show every bit of gameplay that I do, including the boring stuff. By the way, here's one of those acid pools I was talking about, and it's right next to the lava. These, I think, are fairies, and I'm sure at some point we might need to collect materials from them, so we might have to kill a few here and there. But let's see here. Last night when I gathered supplies for my test, it didn't take quite as long as it's taking right now. There we go. So I'll gather these as well. So we've gathered a whole bunch of stuff here, and it sounds like one of the fairies went into the lava. Alright, so let's see what's next on our list though. So this opens up where we have Fire Me Up. Being able to make fire would be a very useful thing to progress. Let's see what happens if I right-click a rock with flint. With the fire starter, I can finally light up some extinguished torches that I found by right-clicking them or with an already lit torch. To get lit torches in hand, I need to right-click a placed lit torch in world with an unlit torch in hand. So one of the things I discovered is to do this, you actually do have to place a rock on the ground. Where did they go? That was interesting. I'll put that there. And then you can click it, or I guess you have to right click it, so let's do that. Is that, oh, okay, so we got it. So then we need our torches. Looks like we've got 20 of them, so that's pretty cool. So let's put one down and then light it, and then we can light the rest. And then let's take that torch back. Now that torch is going to show up as unlit, and when we set some stuff down, then I'll start worrying about lighting those torches. What's next on here? So that's the lit torch, so we did that. So this branch is now complete, so we're going to burnt earth. So, as it says here, it seems the whole surface is covered mainly with lava and ash. No plants or animals. I wonder how I should be able to survive here. I probably shouldn't exhaust myself too much until I have a reliable food source. Maybe if I dig around, I will find something. They gave me some tools at least, but they don't seem to be durable. I have to be careful not to waste them. Let's hope they will give me something in exchange for these things. So the good thing is we get these items and we toss them into the portal, and they will give back other items. And when we complete this, we'll have this fertilizer. So one of the things I'm going to do is let's get back to the portal. So we have this warp zone, and you just right click on it. You gotta hold right click down, and then because we click that portal, we can actually get back here. And because I'm here, let's get the pickaxe and just take this too. Okay, so one of the first things I want to do is make this landing a little bit more safe. So let's just start digging out here. And I'm going to save my tools by using this bone to dig until I get to the rock. We're just going to dig this out really quick. And I'm going to eventually build a platform here. And pretty much level off most of this area. And then, as you can see, this actually gives us ash. And to make a ash block, we just put it in here, and one of these gets us 16. So I'll make 2 stacks worth right now. And then I'm just going to quickly extend this out just a little bit. So that'll make it a little bit safer when we land. Oh. Alright, and I have 14, so I'm going to need a few more here once again, but I have to dig down into here anyway, so that's all good. Saw that there's some ash up here. I have a little bit of OCD when it comes to collecting all the things in games, so I'll do that. Eventually I'll probably cut off the whole top of this mountain, but for now let's try and dig in a little bit and look for some basalt. Now, one thing we can do, we bring this up, so we're going to be looking for basalt right here, and when we look at the world generation, we can see that there's quite a bit of it throughout. So it's only when you get down to bedrock where there's nothing, and then up here looks like 242 is the ceiling, 241, somewhere in that area. So pretty much everywhere will have some, so you don't necessarily even have to dig down to find any. Although, looks like there's actually a little bit of a cave here. Huh. So, well, that's kind of fortuitous. One thing you don't want to do is get into a dark place in this game, though, because that's the only time you're actually in danger. So you got some water down here. Oh, and some lava right over there as well. So we'll probably be able to use that in the future for some lava generating, or cobblestone generation, things like that. So there's lava over here as well. This is actually kind of a cool little area. I can use this for my underground lair, that's for sure. So for now, let's head back up here. We can take this out a bit. And this will be a good spot to start making a sort of underground base. But we do still need to find some basalt. So let's see here. I'm gonna actually just looking at the map over there. Looks like there's a lava this direction. You can hear it over here. I don't know the height of the lava, of course. That's the one thing that I don't want, is to fall into lava. And let's just pick, say, right here. And we'll also put a torch up. And I'll actually dig down a little bit here. hopefully we won't have to go too far to find the basalt. This right here is how I usually begin most Minecraft games in vanilla, as I dig a shaft and try to get down to where I can mine iron and diamond and all of that good stuff. Obviously there's none of that here, but there is some basalt right there. So this is what we came down here for, so let's get our pick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be enough on here, I believe. Okay, so we've got our burnt earth. And now what we can do, we got our basalt here, and we're going to need 8 of it. Put that there. Ash block, I think. If I recall, we need 16. We'll just check here in a second once I get back to the portal. So you can actually go through this portal. It's not going to do anything. I'm going to throw in items from this side though, so that anything that pops out the opposite side isn't going to, well, now that this is out, it's not going to matter anyway, but I just want to make sure nothing goes tumbling down off of the hillside. So let's get here. So we want 16 and 8. So 16 ash blocks and our 8 of these. So split that like so. And actually, let's just toss that. Oh, did it move that back up there? It did. Just hit the wrong button. So split that in half. Actually, add one more. Boom. Okay, so we want this over there. I'll just throw everything out again. I gotta get used to the commands on this. So looks like I threw a bunch of extra stuff, but we got some more dead saplings, and apparently they give us on that ratio. I wonder, because we need 8. I wonder if this gives me 1. Yeah. Okay. So apparently, I wasn't aware of this, but you can get. However, you throw in 4 of these ash blocks for 1 of the dirt, and 2 of the basalt for 1 of the saplings, or vice versa. I think the saplings come from the saplings come from the ash, and the dirt comes from the basalt. So with this in place, now what we want is a nice level area where we can put a tree farm. We don't want to have to go too far. So let's see up here. That's the lava right there. Goodness. Yeah, this is not a very safe area here, but let's just, I'm just going to make my tree farm right here. So make a flat area. I just want room for the trees to be able to grow. I don't remember exactly how many blocks they need. I think something like 4 around is probably enough. Again, I don't want to be running off down this cliff face. So let's once again make some blocks. Take this full stack here. and use it to expand out.
I have to be careful when, and remember that this is only one block deep at this area. So let's go ahead though and plant that. Oops. The wrong one. We don't really want this one down that extra block, so. And let's go ahead and hit the right button here. Okay, there we go. So we'll do. This should be close enough anyway, so we'll put that there. Take this out a little bit. A little further. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. So we'll probably want this to be about there. It's always fun misclicking. And this one actually went there anyway. See how far? Okay, that's back. And we'll just make this pile up a little bit further. And this area should be sufficient for my sheep farm here to start with at least. I think I got all that ash. Okay. So let's just go ahead and we need to grab our fertilizer, so let's claim that. And go ahead and grow these trees really quick. Come on. There we go. It looks like that last one's not going to grow. Or at least it's not going to have a shortcut growing. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some wood here.
And then this does not have the fast leaves decay mod, so we're actually going to have to wait for them to decay naturally. Alright, and hopefully it'll give me some more saplings and things like that, but apparently I can just toss in the materials to get more anyway, so that's not really a huge deal anymore. Let's see what we're at on here then. So now we need a chopping block, and this will give us some unlit torches. We do chopping block, planks, and sticks. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to have to go for the night, but we'll just get what we can here. So we'll start with the wood. I think the chopping block is, yeah, you just put that in there. And then we're going to split that here in a second. Let's actually put our crafting area in here. And get some wood. That's where the wood pops out, but the log still exists there for a couple seconds after that. It's going through the chopping block pretty quickly too. Okay, so then to make a stick, I think we just do this. So that is done. We'll claim our unlit torches. Next up, we need some wooden shears. So I wonder if I could get some use out of those leaves. To harvest leaves, I need some shears though. I wonder if crude wooden shears will work for me. Chopping these leaves down in fine strips should get me some fiber, and finally intertwining some fiber yields me some twine. So let's do that really quick. So first thing, I'll just do this part. Hopefully it's not going to be too much further. So the crafting table, it's a basic recipe, so we just use this. Take that, put that there. And I think this is when we use the interface at the top, so now we need the shears. So the wooden shears is here, so it's a stick and those four in that configuration. Okay. So we use stick, and then 4 pieces of wood, and it was that, I believe, and do not right click that, apparently. Is it left click? Yeah, so you left click that. So now we got shears. Let's see if there's still leaves left. We've got some saplings, but we have some leaves as well. Okay, that still has not grown. You know, one thing I can do out here, let's get our torches. And I'm also going to want that here in a second. So it's probably going to work better with light. I think the light actually helps trees grow. And then we can do that to light the ones we've gotten. So let's go ahead and plant more trees really quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day here. So I hope everybody who's watching has a wonderful day. So we'll go ahead and save and quit. So you can see that when I come back in, I'll start from the main menu again, so you'll see I'm not cheating anything in between. You'll get everything that I do here. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you the next time I can record. So take care.